Okay, are we
Hi,
recording at
everybody.
48?
Oh, and my webcam is not showing, so that's cool.
What is up, guys? It's LDS Ghost here with the
Oh!
Feral and
Hi.
Martin Luther Bling. I'm just kidding. I'm not Ghost, but
Yeah,
you have to start the
unfortunately.
podcast with what is up, guys?
Yeah, so we have no ghost. It's just
We lost him.
We're slumming it.
He's ghosting.
But yeah, welcome everyone to the LDS Gamers Podcast. I'm Martin Luther Bling. Malice Vulpes and the Feral say hi.
Hi. You've seen me before on this thing.
Yeah,
I kind of stream every once in a while on this place.
Yeah, the Feral probably streams on this channel more than anyone else.
You might
Probably.
remember him from the famous The Feral watching party
Is
Twitch
my
sings
webcam
voice chat.
crooked, or is my hat my hat?
Which I didn't realize was a thing
Think your
until
hat is.
after the stream.
All right. So today we are talking E3. I'm picking up a little echo off of one of you guys. Not sure.
I think it's Malls.
You think it's me?
Yeah.
Okay. Bring it
The
down a little bit
Feral.
so you don't feed through.
Thank you for that sub. The Feral.
No
won.
problem.
Thanks, friend.
Welcome
You're
everyone in the chat.
Down here. Thanks, friend.
All right. So we are just gonna let's start off with what everybody's been playing. What have you been up to, Feral?
Okay, well, on stream, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World on PC, slumming around with my brother-in-law, Knock, who's also here on the forums, and a couple other guys that have been picking up, and Ninja Cat, it's been coming around a lot. Playing Borderlands 2 on stream as well, picking up
Nice.
whoever wants to, usually with Artemis, Maldor, and just whoever drops in that night. And playing Broken Sword 4, The Angel of Death, a wonderful little point-and-click series from... I played the first 3 games, but now I'm finally finishing that up. And then off-stream, I got Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, Octopath Traveler, finishing out the final side quests and the final major bosses, and Yakuza 0 Kiwami. So I'm playing that one.
That's a lot of stuff, man.
I have ADHD to the max. It kind of comes with the territory.
Nothing wrong with that. How about you, Malice?
Oh, I haven't changed it up much since the last time I was on the podcast.
Sea of
Lots of
Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, lots of that new content with the arena and all of the tall tales and things. I'm almost finished with my tall tales. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Lots of Overwatch. We just finished the anniversary event, and I didn't get all of the skins that I wanted, but I got the 3 that I wanted, so that's the important part.
Nice.
Keeping up with the Overwatch League as well, alongside that. Trying to grind my way through Breath of the Wild finally, with the help of our Zelda channel on the server. They've been giving me lots of tips.
Nice.
And a little bit of Minecraft, lots of Pokemon Go. So
Yeah.
been trying to get a little more exercise. Walk all the walking, hatching all the eggs.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah, just
fun.
real quick. I actually bought Pokemon Sun for my 5-year-old daughter, and she's using my
Fun.
old 2DS and playing it. So it's the first Pokemon I bought since Pokemon Red came out my sophomore year of high school. So she's joining in the Tiny Sombrero Brigade.
Oh no. I have no tiny sombrero.
But you do have some nice gold chains.
Yeah. Well, for you. Not for the stream. Yeah, I played Pokemon. I think Pokemon Red is the only Pokemon game I've purchased. And my sister had Yellow, so I played that one a fair bit as well. So I've been playing FIFA as usual. I've been playing a little bit of the most recent Rocket League update where they're adding in a bunch of like 80s stuff. So there's like stuff from the Goonies and Back to the Future and what else is in there? E.T., Karate Kid. So
Nice.
I've been having fun. I just got the E.T. wheels, which is like a moon, and then they're like flying by on the bicycle.
Oh,
Oh.
classic.
So those are my wheels on my car now. So that's cool. And that's basically it. I have a bunch of games that I've downloaded. We'll be talking a little bit later about the Xbox Game Pass for PC, which I picked up. And there's a bunch of cool games on there. Oh, Twitch Sings. People are talking in chat about Sings. I've been doing Twitch Sings. I need to do it again. I haven't streamed Twitch Sings in a little bit. And
I do it like once. I do it about once every other week. Oddly enough, my white guy raps seem to get the most people finishing off my duets.
Oh yeah.
That's been my similar experiences. Is my milk toast rapping is coming in there with the Flight of the Conchords, not expecting people like, who is this? No, and then every rhythm, every word, nailing it, and they're just like, oh, I like this.
All right.
Well, I did sing Juanes Camisa Negra with a girl dressed up as Vegeta.
Oh,
That was rather solid and very, very funny.
Nice. Cool. Well, I don't want to spend too much time on the intro because we have a list of like 36 games to talk about. So today is the E3 wrap-up podcast. So we're going to be running through a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different games. And we're going to kind of go in order of the press conferences, talk about the games that we were interested in, and we'll run through them. We'll show trailers on screen and stuff. Let us know in chat if there are games you're excited about that we didn't talk about, that we skipped over, and if we know stuff about them, we'll give our opinions on things. But let us know in chat what you're excited about.
Miles's camera is freaking me the frick out.
Mic feedback on.
Yeah, Malice is.
I'm just like, it feels like I'm in Ferris Bueller at the part where they're all at the thing.
All right.
Okay.
Before that, community update. We have some more members than we did last time, and
always solid.
It's up to 2653 as of 10 minutes ago. So, yay!
Have we officially recouped the fishing?
Oh, almost. Almost.
We don't speak about the fishing.
All right. So yeah. Oh, game releases, upcoming game releases in the next couple weeks. Crash Team Racing, June 21st. There's a new Crash Team Racing game, which, if for no other reason, buy it because the acronym is CTR. Or I guess it's an initialism. It's an acronym.
If I had my sound effects, I would buzzer you so hard right now.
Yep. And week after that is Super Mario Maker 2, June 28th.
Which is going to destroy the Switch Online.
Yep.
It is going to obliterate their poor little service. That's all I'm so excited.
Yep. All right. So E3 stuff. Let's jump over. I will share. Yay, it's working. Let me see if I can share my screen with you guys if I'm not already, so you can at least see the trailer that I'm showing. Webcams may go wonky for just a sec while I do this. Screen share. Screen 2. Okay.
My webcam's wonky.
Well, I'm running this through Chrome Discord. If stuff gets laggy, sorry. Discord decided to update and stop allowing window capture in the Discord app. So I'm using Discord in Chrome. But all right, so first game on the list to talk about is the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
More exciting than Mata.
They first showed some gameplay in the EA Play event.
More exciting than Mana?
No, than Mata.
Oh, okay. Madden. Okay, I was gonna say if you desecrate my beloved Mana series,
no,
things are gonna get real. real quick.
This
making fun of the announcer.
This trailer here is the trailer from. It's definitely kind of laggy.
Yeah,
okay.
most def.
I'm not going to share my screen with you guys. I think that's
fair. I'll just watch it on the stream.
Yeah, you'll just be a couple seconds.
That's fine. I mean, this one to me actually looked really, really intriguing. This is a thing of Star Wars that I haven't seen in a long time. I mean, it actually looks like they're trying to actually make something that's an action game rather than a pew 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 game, you know?
Right.
Ready to do this?
So this is the trailer that they showed at the Microsoft press conference. So this is like the cinematic trailer. There was also at the EA Play, they showed some gameplay. So I can skip over. We can look at some of the gameplay.
Yeah, that whole him scaling up the AT-AT, that totally reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus. We just need him to get the lightsaber and just like find this shiny spot and just
Yeah.
Heck away at it. I do like
Shadow of
the
the Colossus
model.
is a fantastic game, by the way. If you haven't played it, play it.
Didn't it win Game of the Year whenever it came out?
I think it did. I still have it on PS2. I haven't bought any of the remasters though.
So yeah, it seems fun. Like it's been a while since we've had a Star Wars game where you feel like a Jedi and you get to run around and just like wipe out big groups of dudes.
Well, that actually looks a lot like Mirror's Edge, you know, with the actual parkour stuff.
Yeah. Which it's probably same engine. It's probably Frostbite, which is same as Mirror's Edge.
I think the droid's cute. I'll play it just for the droid, probably.
Yeah, that's a fantastic bipedal droid.
Although it's not the most exciting Star Wars game that they announced at E3, but it is pretty neat.
Yeah. What was the most exciting Star Wars game at E3? Oh, Lego Star Wars?
Lego Star Wars, where you get to play through the whole franchise.
I know! We'll talk about that later.
So okay. I didn't see it on the list, I'm sorry.
It's on my list.
It's on the list.
Oh, it is. It's top of the next page. Okay, my bad.
It's on there.
Womp womp.
All right, should we move on to the next one? Let's move on. Next from EA, there's a new character in Apex Legends. I don't know how many people care about this, but it seems like an interesting character. She can put traps. Here, they show some of the gameplay. If I can show it.
She's
these gates, when people go through, you get notified. I think it tases them or something. So you can kind of block off parts of the map. So it seems like it could be interesting. And then you put, I'm trying to remember what her ultimate is.
They push on you and that sort of thing. So
they show it.
Whether you're running like a competition that contains,
Yeah, for full disclosure, I only played Apex maybe 3 rounds and never touched it again. I'm not much for battle royale games, unless it's Tetris.
Oh yeah, all about that Tetris 99.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm actually competitive in.
Next one on here was FIFA 20, which I'm sure no one cares about, but they are adding in a street mode, so you can do 5-on-5 street soccer, which back in the day there was FIFA Street, which was really fun. And,
I remember that one.
And people have been wanting them to bring that back, and they're just adding it into FIFA 20, which is cool. So they're not making it a completely separate game. It's just included in FIFA 20, which is cool.
Well, I mean that makes sense. I mean it's like certain hockey games in the NHL franchise, they've had kind of that whole pond hockey kind of a deal. So
yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah. All right, moving on. So now to the Microsoft press conference. Farrell, I know you wanted to talk about Cyberpunk. I'm not going to show it because it's a pretty heavy M title.
Very understandable.
But yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, Cyberpunk is the game that I desperately want to play, but it makes me so incredibly depressed at the same time. I love the whole idea of Cyberpunk. I love the future. I love the body mod. I love the techno, the cool looking outfits, the cybernetics. I love all that stuff, but I know this is going to be a psychotically hard mature rating.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard everything from full frontal and obviously, I will say this though, kudos to Microsoft for censoring the language
Yeah, they bleeped
in their presentation. Very good. We will talk about this in Ubisoft in a few minutes. But good on them. I mean, the only reason that would make me buy this game is if they have a profanity filter, but the possibility is really slim.
Yeah.
But the whole thing of Cyberpunk is just think like Skyrim in the coolest mecha futuristic anime you possibly can. This, like I said, everything about this game looks so good, but I know it's going to have to be a pass unless they have profanity filters and stuff like that in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm way into like that aesthetic and like the city. It's like Skyrim meets Blade Runner.
Pretty much.
So yeah, I'm really into, that whole neo whatever retro wave. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of more of like early 90s anime style. I mean, you got Battle Angel Alita, Akira, Bubblegum Crisis, Armitage, that whole generation of that type of sci-fi. That's pretty much what Cyberpunk is.
Yeah, so it seems cool. We'll just have to see when we get closer if if we can play it. Cool.
We can move on.
Yeah, let's move over to all right, this is what I'm excited about right now. Is we've got Xbox Game Pass. There's a PC version now. I previously had Xbox Game Pass just for like the 3 or 4 games that were actually available on PC. But they released the PC version, which has a bunch of games added to it. I'm going to be trying out Metro Exodus, which is on there. Here, let me pull up the thing.
This obviously is where most of these companies are going, especially with their older games. And it actually makes a lot of sense because we're starting to come to a point where people want to play the older games, but they can't get them.
Yeah.
They don't have the systems for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, being able to put these all online under a subscription service is kind of pretty much the Netflix for games. It's what Gamefly tried to do. It's what a lot of companies have tried to do. But when you got Microsoft controlling what they have and they have the functionality and the service to handle the load, who knows? It probably will be a heck of a lot better than the other services out there.
Yeah. So the games that I've downloaded from it so far and have not played yet and may play at some point, Wolfenstein 2, Astroneer, Gears of War, Ultimate Gears of War 4, Hello Neighbor, Wandersong, Sunset Overdrive, Guacamelee 2, Broforce, Sea of Thieves I already had, Football Manager 2019, Metro Exodus, Marvel vs. Capcom, Super Lucky's Tale, Forza Horizon 4 is on there. There's Hydro Thunder game on there.
Isn't that boat racing one?
Yeah, I played the arcade version, but there's like a Hydro Thunder Hurricane is the name.
Oh, so, yeah. That's one of the later versions, yeah.
Yeah, so, and there's quite a few games on there. Not as many as are on Xbox, but right now it's $5 a month for Game Pass on PC, where it costs $10 on Xbox. And then they also announced Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you Xbox Game Pass for Xbox and PC and Xbox Live Gold and that costs $15 a month. Whereas get all of those, it would be $25. So if you just want all your subscriptions wrapped up nicely, you can. If you have any of those services, you can upgrade your subscription to Game Pass Ultimate for $1. So I had Xbox Game Pass through January 2020. So for $1, I changed my subscription to Ultimate, and it added 1 month to that. So now I have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate through February 2020. So
I'm excited about
that's
that.
there.
That's gonna make, especially with all the Xbox and PC crossplay that they have coming, it's gonna make things a lot easier to play with your friends.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. All right.
I don't really do Microsoft. Although I am more getting into PC. I used to be like straight up console only just because I never had a PC that could handle anything. But now that I actually do have a decent PC, I've been getting a little more into the PC gaming area. But I got so much backlog that a service like Game Pass right now, it is just not appealing to me at all.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have that big of a library already, definitely will be looking into it.
Right. And this is like you said, this is where a lot of companies are going. EA has this. There's EA Access on Xbox, which it's also coming to PS4. It's called Origin Access on PC. And those are both, I think, $5 a month for their older games. And then they have Origin Access Premier, which gets you basically any EA game, anything on Origin, for about $15 a month. You get all their new releases, and you get the top edition of their releases. And then you can buy it for $100 a year, rather than $15. And then Ubisoft announced the same thing basically, but they only have the monthly subscription. So if you want all the Ubisoft games right when they come out in the top edition, it's $15 a month.
Right.
So, yeah.
Can we move on to the next one?
Let's do that. Psychonauts 2. You want to take this, Farrell?
Oh, do I? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so Microsoft acquiring Double Fine was actually a really good move because the small history lesson. The people who Double Fine and Telltale both came from LucasArts, their adventure games division, which brought you Monkey Island, Sam & Max, Full Throttle, Grim Fandango, and lots of other really great point-and-click games. So then some of the guys went off to do Telltale. Rest in peace, guys. I'm sorry. Went too big, too far, too fast, and you kind of imploded on yourself. And then you have Double Fine with Tim Schafer, who you saw on stage. And that was really funny. He's like, hey, we can do Halo, guys. Yeah. We can. No, we can't. Thank you for not making us do Halo. But they are coming out with Psychonauts 2. For those of you that don't know Psychonauts, I kind of don't blame you. It came out pretty late in the PlayStation 2 Xbox life cycle. They have remastered the game, and you can get it on Steam and pretty much any platform you want. It's about a little boy named Raz who has psychic powers like levitation and burnination and all that fun stuff. And then he goes to a camp with other kids that all have the same powers, and he wants to become a psychonaut, which is like psychic powers, special agent people. So the first one came out like almost 10 years ago. So now we're finally getting the second one. And this is now Raz has graduated from camp. He's actually a psychonaut, and he's all ready to go on these fancy, awesome missions. So the updated graphics look really solid. The gameplay on the first one was just phenomenal. It's 3D platforming, so Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, that kind of vein. Solid graphics. Well, for the time, very solid graphics, very hilarious storyline. I cannot recommend this series enough. So good. And if you have VR, I think PlayStation VR, you can check out the special Psychonauts 2 free VR episode on it. And I don't have VR, so I didn't. And I wish I did. Rip.
I wonder if that's on PC VR stuff too, or do you know if it's just PlayStation?
I don't know that. I don't know if it's on PC, but I know it's on PS PS4.
Okay, nice. Cool. Next is Malice. You were excited about this one. You want to talk about Lego Star Wars?
I honestly don't know very much about the game other than the fact that it is another wonderful piece of the Lego anything franchise. I love the Lego games, the Lego series. They're fantastic. If you look at the scenes in the trailer that's playing right now, they were very, very well done. There's lots of comedy thrown in.
Yeah.
And this is just going to be a really fun game to play, and it follows the entire Skywalker saga. So it's just going to be a blast. It's
yeah. So
the
are
Kylo
they?
Ren scene is my favorite.
Are they
Thank you for the bit,
remastering
Valiant.
the first 2 games for this? Like episodes 1 through 6? Is that going to be the same, or is this a completely new game? Do you?
This should be a different game. They're following it as more of a linear storyline through the Skywalker family.
So it's like
instead of it being-
Machete Order of Star Wars.
basically.
Machete?
Yeah.
Machete Order.
What does that even mean?
So
I know Machete.
Machete Order is supposedly the best way to watch the original 2 trilogies of Star Wars, to follow Luke's story. So you watch
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3.
it's 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, and you skip episode 1 because it has nothing to do with anything.
But
I will
so-
withhold my comment.
Basically, you watch episode 4 and 5, you find out Vader is Luke's father, and then
get a
you go
flashback.
back and you watch episodes 2 and 3, you find out how Anakin becomes Darth Vader, and then you watch episode 6.
But what does this have to do with swords?
Laser swords?
they're light machetes.
They like machetes.
All right.
Machetes luminosos.
Also
Like
on the
another-
Lego front, we've got Lego in Forza,
which looks awesome.
It
I
does-
have to
it does
say,
look
that
cool.
looks fantastic.
it does look cool.
I don't even play Forza, and this looks so dang cool.
Yeah, so last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, they added a Hot Wheels expansion to Forza Horizon 3. This is a Lego expansion to Forza Horizon 4. The Hot Wheels expansion was a blast. That's like some of the most fun stuff I've ever done in a racing game. So hopefully this is kind of in that same vein. Seems like there's lots of jumps and lots of action, so that's cool.
If this is solid, this would actually make me want to buy this game.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, I would buy this game to screw around with Legos and
Yeah.
have my daughter. Is this split screen co-op? Is there any co-op in this game?
I don't think there is any split screen.
I would love to play those with my daughter. Just have my daughter just drive around and just demolish everything in sight. I mean, that's like
Right.
a 5-year-old's dream. in
Right.
mind. But you know,
Save on new game content
Yeah.
with Xbox Game Pass.
It does look
that's
amazing.
solid. That's so solid.
All
We
right.
got all the way through that trailer. That's how good that was.
Yeah.
Right.
So after that, there's in the Xbox conference they talked about xCloud, which is, I guess you can stream stuff from your Xbox or from their servers, games that you own to a mobile device or whatever device you're on. They did say if you have an Xbox, you can use it as your own personal xCloud server for free, which is cool, I guess. We don't know how much xCloud is going to cost. So that's a
Thanks
thing.
for the bit again, Valiant.
Another bit, heart bit.
I mean, okay. So sidebar here. I find it very interesting how much this whole idea of streaming games over the internet, they're like, oh yeah, just stream it over the internet. It's going to be fantastic. Have you tried using your Steam Link in your house with your house's Wi-Fi? It don't work very good.
Yeah, people I've talked to who have done betas of these say it works pretty well for. I don't think you're going to be playing fighting games on it or stuff where you need like frame perfect moves. But for like an action adventure game that's, more cinematic and it's for stuff like that, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, we'll just have to see when it comes out. I'm very skeptical that it'll work for anyone other than people on a, fiber optic wired connection. I don't know. Like they're talking about it like, oh, you can play this while you're on the bus over, your 4G phone connection, and not with 4G. Think it's gonna work.
I would say I would definitely wait for 5G on this, because I think it'll work on 5G. On 4G, you do not have a prayer of getting anything good, especially
Also,
if you're unless you're like right next to a cell tower or within really good range of it.
Also, with game streaming, rip data caps.
Right.
So so many ISPs have data caps. Comcast, if you go over a terabyte in a month, they charge you overages. And then if you're playing on a mobile connection, obviously that's a huge problem. And fortunately, I don't have one.
I have firsthand experience with data caps. When I was in college, I had a roommate that would obtain a TV series in a form that is not necessarily consistent with most laws. And one day, our internet just went to zero. It just went to absolute nothing. So we called, and they're like, yeah, you've used 2 terabytes of internet bandwidth this month. What?
That's a lot of TV episodes.
No, he would burn DVDs after DVDs. This guy, we know him as Captain. Love you, Captain. But yeah, no, we
Captain like a pirate.
No, no, Captain Kirk. Captain Kirk, more like. There's a reason for that. Yeah, but yeah, we were just like, yeah, no. And so then we pretty much told him, we'll stop. Give us our internet back, please. So they gave us the internet back, and we lived happily ever after.
That's good. All 3 more bits.
Yay, all the bits.
Paradox.
Yay, the Frankers
dog biddies. All right. So the other thing they announced was Project Scarlet, which is their new console that'll be coming out next year. They threw out 8K 120 FPS, which I am absolutely positive is not going to happen in games. But I'm sure it's capable of producing 8K video over the new HDMI whatever protocol that just came out. So maybe it can do 8K video.
But 90% of people are not going to have that capability.
Oh yeah, there's like 2 8K TVs out there that you can buy, and they're like $10,000. Maybe it can do 120 FPS at 1080p, and maybe it can, get some better quality 4K, closer to what we're seeing on some of the more high-end PC stuff. So that's cool. I'm just gonna keep playing stuff on my PC because all their first-party titles come out on PC now. So there's no reason for me to buy an Xbox anymore.
Yeah, that's my same thing too. I mean, my brother bought a secondhand Xbox, and that's the only Microsoft console I've ever owned. Especially just for that reason, because every game that they come out with is like, oh, you can download it on your PC too.
Right.
Why do I want your console then? You have given me 0 reasons to own your console. Good job, guys.
Well, I think that's, they realized they weren't going to catch up with PlayStation this generation. And so they're like, well, how can we get people to play our games? And I think Xbox Game Pass for PC is really smart if they can win over PC gamers, that adds a lot to their market share. And then for people who don't get that, they can just sell their games. They're bringing Halo back to PC finally, which I'm excited for. Exclusives are not a good thing for consumers, And so for them to be giving you more ways to play their games is only a good thing for us.
Well,
in terms of selling consoles, it doesn't help them, but I don't think that's their goal.
It'll be interesting with this next generation of consoles, mainly because we've seen Microsoft openly state, yeah, we're just gobbling up game devs.
Yeah.
So, there could be a time where they just slam the door on everyone and say, yeah, buy our console to play our games. So, yeah. Or get a special chip for your PC. That'll cost you $200. So you'd be able to play all these.
Yeah.
Possibility.
It could also, just be, hey, we're going to totally zone out PlayStation, and we're going to release all our games on Xbox and PC and Switch. And sorry, Sony.
Yeah. That's a solid marketing play too.
And they haven't. Sony has been really reluctant to play nice, and they're often the ones standing in the way of cross-platform stuff. And so, we've already heard about Xbox Live stuff coming to Switch, and we know they're working together on stuff. So, yeah, it'll be interesting if just kind of everybody gangs up on on Sony and tries to push them out.
Well, if Sony's gonna still maintain rights to the Persona series, I will still buy their consoles. I will play Persona till the day I die.
Oh, why did the alert not come up? Is 25 bits not over the minimum?
It should be.
What is going on?
We were getting an alert for one earlier.
Thank you for the 25.
You did get an alert? Did it pop up?
I saw one, yeah.
Hold on, alert box.
I didn't see one for the 25 though.
What's you doing?
I wasn't paying attention.
What's going on?
That's my Poggers impersonation.
Hold on just a sec.
All right, let's see here. Can I talk about Battletoads?
Not yet.
We haven't even gotten past
We
Halo.
haven't even talked about Halo yet. Halo Infinite.
Well, you're
Or the
dinking
Kill
with
series.
stuff.
Why? Well, I am dinking with stuff. Okay, talk about Battletoads, fine.
Yes! Battletoads is back, baby. The original
Let me see if I can
controller
find
destroyer of the NES era is getting a new facelift. So they introduced it during Microsoft. Yep, the three toes that we all know and love are back with a new paint job, reminiscent of current generation cartoons on Cartoon Network. And they brought back the speed bikes, which is the bane of everybody's existence that actually knows that game. Visually, it looks like a lot of fun. It could be definitely a lot of fun to play, and 4-player couch co-op, which is always solid. Do either of you know this series? You probably do.
No, I just know the memes of people used to go into GameStop and ask if they have Battletoads, and they would say no.
Yeah,
That's literally all I know about Battletoads.
No, I actually played Battletoads back in the day. That is one freaking hard game. I mean, I don't think my friends and I ever passed the second level on that game. we tried, but we never made that happen. But definitely looks like a lot of fun. It is going to be cartoony, going to be silly, lots of beating stuff up. It's going to be good.
Archbrave, thank you for that sub, that Prime sub.
You are amazing.
Okay, we're gonna go back to Halo now.
Okay, go back to Halo.
Okay,
I'll tune out of this because I haven't played anything since Halo 1.
Well, speaking of Halo 1, Master Chief Collection will be coming to the PC, so you can get caught up on that stuff at some point if you wish. And then Halo Infinite will also be on PC and Xbox. They announced this will be a launch title for Project Scarlet when it comes out. Holiday 2020. And so here's the dude who's like,
I like this guy.
He runs into Master Chief. I skip ahead.
Because I mean, he definitely did not have a good day.
No, he did not.
He did not have a good day.
It's very reminds me of Tony Stark just drifting off in space.
Oh, spoilers.
I haven't seen anything since the first Avengers, so
So he finds Master Chief floating off in space, and he's trying to bring him back.
He like reboots him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can hear me in there.
There have been some pretty funny memes with this dude over the last week or so.
I think I love the fact that he is just like, hey, watch yourself, F.A. I know what it reminded me of. Like, F.A., don't push yourself too hard, man. Good, man. You like been floating in space and crap, man.
Yes! We're going
I love the HUD. I love that whole...
Yeah,
I love that.
That's pretty cool.
Welcome back, Chief.
So yeah, we didn't see any gameplay from Halo at E3, which I was disappointed by. I was hoping to see some more updates on Master Chief Collection, like a release date would have been cool.
Been out there a while.
Yeah.
But they are posting pretty frequent updates from the dev team. They just didn't have anything new from E3. They did a stream like a week before E3. Hey, 100 bits beats the threshold to get an alert on stream. Thank you for those bits, Paradox.
Thanks, Paradox.
All right, let's keep it moving because we're almost an hour into the stream,
We're going on time.
and
Yeah.
this is gonna be a long stream. Okay. So Outer Worlds. Who wanted to talk about this one? Was this Farrell?
I just wrote down a lot of these. This one looks interesting because this has been dubbed kind of like the sci-fi Fallout. So this one looks pretty solid. I'm gonna need more information.
What?
But,
So this was by the devs that did New Vegas.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've heard a lot of good praise about this one. I have not. I've only played Fallout 2, so I don't know New Vegas at all. But from what I saw here, this actually looks pretty solid. I would need more information, but this looks pretty good so far.
Yeah. Okay.
We can move on.
All right, moving on. Keep it moving. Tales of Arise.
World.
Yosh!
The third in the Tales installments.
I know nothing about
The
these games.
Third? Are you
Isn't it?
free? No, heavens
What?
no.
How many?
Uh-oh.
I don't.
Oh, this goes all the way back to the Super Nintendo era. I am a
Fight,
huge
fight,
Tales
fight,
fanboy.
fight.
I have played every Tales since Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube. So that's Tales, Abyss. Anyway, there's probably about 8 Tales games that I've played, and they're all so fantastic. This one has very new, fresh, revamped visuals. The last one that came out on the PS4 was Tales of Berseria, which is also out on PC. Very recommended to play it. All we know so far is this trailer. There's a little bit of gameplay. The gameplay is kind of a 2.5D kind of a thing, where you can run around in 3D, but then you snap into a 2D plane in order to fight your battles. So you see the guy pulling a sword out of her. That means she's more of a spirit kind of a person. A common theme in the Tales games over the past couple iterations. And she has a long gun. I just totally noticed that. It looks totally awesome. But a common thing with Tales is that you have kind of this person that's with you always, that's in a spirit, and they kind of help shape your weapons and your fighting style. I wish I had more to say about this game, but I freaked out when I saw this just because it looks so gosh darn good, and I will pre-order this. It looks that good.
All
I
right.
agree.
Moving on. We watched Battletoads.
I will get you a full list of
All right.
Tales games that I have played, Malls. I will
Okay.
get you a list of that.
Borderlands 3.
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
My name is Lilith.
I'm so
Oh,
excited.
currently,
Guns Blazing.
shameless plug for all of you that are fans of Borderlands 2. I am playing Borderlands 2 on stream, so the Borderlanditos ride Tuesday and Thursday and Friday nights. So if you want in on the shenanigans, let me know. Low level, high level, I don't care.
Are you playing on
Right.
PC?
PC, yes.
I think the
Yeah,
think there may be-
the Borderlands Handsome Collection is $5 right now on Fanatical.
does that cross play with the I want to say it's on the Game Pass as well. Let me see.
I don't know if it's on Game Pass.
Borderlands. No, it's not. I think it's on Game Pass on Xbox,
Yeah,
but it
Art
looks like
Spray,
it's not
DM me.
on
We'll get you
PC.
in on it.
I may pick that up and play with you guys, because that's a game that I've played a little bit, and as I was playing it, I was just like, this would be way more fun if I had people to play with.
Oh,
So-
it's hilarious. And like I just realized last night there was a whole Top Gun reference in Borderlands 2, and it's just fantastic.
Nice.
It's
All right.
so snarky and silly, and I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's got gore, it's got a little bit of language. It's a little more gory than your average shooter, but it's a blast to play.
But it's also very cartoony, so it's not like, it's not gonna gross you out as much as if it was like really realistic. So
Doom.
yeah, like Doom. Well, Doom is so over the top, it like doesn't gross me out. It's like this looks so fake because it's just so, like, I don't know.
I can't handle Doom. I can't handle.
I totally get that as well. And I'm excited for Doom Eternal. We're not going to show anything from that game. I think there are gore filters in Doom, though. At least 2016, I think there was a gore filter where you could turn off blood. I mean, there's still times where you're chainsawing a dude in half. There may not be blood shooting out everywhere, but that's still really gruesome.
Right. So my final thing on Borderlands 3, I would not be picking this up at launch. I will wait until it goes down in price and then just snag that.
Archbrave is a big Claptrap fan.
Yeah,
Skeeter,
like
thanks for
Claptrap.
dropping by.
It's so funny.
Thanks for dropping by, Skeeter. Have fun or get through your work day, whichever your work is like.
Oh no, he's off work.
Oh, you're off work. I thought I read that too
Not
fast.
off to work.
Yep, that's what my brain interpreted. Well, thanks for stopping by. We already talked about Halo.
We did.
Yeah, we just did. Maldor, you've been here. Be quiet.
Okay.
I will buzzer you.
Oh, he's
Okay,
saying Halo's a
now-
reason to get a new console.
For
Okay.
Kumi Nakamura's wonderful game.
Oh yeah, she was so adorable when she was introducing it.
Yes, she is one of the new E3 Triforce members. And
Is it her and the dog and
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves?
Oh,
They're like the holy trinity of
that's funny.
E3 this year.
So this is the only game I identified from Bethesda that I was actually excited about, other than Doom Eternal, which I'm not going to show for obvious reasons.
This one, I am intrigued. I know absolutely nothing about this,
Right.
but I want to play it.
Right, exactly. It is kind of the same as Kojima's new game, which 2 years later
Well,
we
it has
still
a-
know almost nothing about it.
Yeah, it has a legitimate Persona vibe to me because I'm looking at this and it just screams Persona 5.
This is what happens with Thanos. Slash.
It makes me so sad. There's a scene in a moment
I'm the one fish.
where I'm just like, no, he's all alone.
This is what happened to LDS Gamers a year ago when I'm the one fish snapped.
No, but I want to know what this is. I mean, is this like an action game? Is this a psychological action game? A survival horror action game? I don't know what this is.
It's supposed to be like a horror detective thriller action game. And
Right, Skeeter.
the team on it is amazing, and I have such high hopes for this game. It's gonna be great.
What is the team? What is the team?
Ooh,
also done?
ramen. I want
what
some
they've done.
ramen. I'm
So
just in it for the ramen.
One of the writers is from one of the writers or producers is from Resident Evil, and then the other one is I forgot who it was. But I was just watching videos, catching up on everything tonight because I haven't been able to actually experience E3 live all week because I have a day job. But it's just it looks so good, guys. It does.
Yeah, it looks solid. I'm intrigued. I want to
Hold
know
on,
more.
let me tweak the sound level.
Am I quiet?
I'm just gonna turn down Feral a little.
I'm a loud guy.
Can you talk,
I'm a
Malice?
human megaphone.
I can put my microphone right up to my mouth.
That's too
and
close.
Make it very.
I would do my 5-year-old primary presentation and sacrament meeting impersonation, but I don't want to blow out everyone's eardrums.
I appreciate it. Is that where you put your mouth completely over the microphone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
All right, on to Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Jerks. I was not a fan of this conference.
It was not great. Roller Champions seems intriguing, but at the same time, it's kind of like Ubisoft was like, "Hey, we need a Rocket League. Figure something out."
Okay. To me, this looks like a 90s Tony Hawk mixed with Rocket League. So I want to know how the controls are, because the controls look like it's a Tony Hawk kind of a feel to it.
That could be cool.
It could be a lot of fun, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, where's my replayability? I don't really play games like this very often. I would probably play this a dozen times and then be like, okay, I'm done, moving on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have lots of like. I would be shocked if there aren't loot crates or some kind of microtransactions that they brand as content updates.
Isn't it free to play though? So that goes without saying.
Is it free to play?
I think it's at least
There's a demo.
The demo's free. Yeah, the demo's free, obviously, but no, yeah, loot crate stuff up the wazoo on this one. I'm calling it.
Okay, the new Watch Dogs. It looks like Watch Dogs. The coolest part about this is you can play as a grandma.
The grandma.
And, like,
I like
MI5 grandma.
But basically with this
on this one.
Okay, I'm just gonna mute it.
Yeah, there's a lot of language on this one.
Can I turn off the captions? Yeah. They're
already on the video.
Yeah, they're integrated in.
Everybody cover the bottom of your screen.
Video, I know that. Okay, so this is like Cyberpunk for me. I kind of want to play this, but I know the content is going to be such a hard, mature rating. I'm just like, help me out, guys. I want to play your game.
Yeah, so the cool thing about this is any NPC in the game you can recruit to your team, basically, and play as. So it's kind of like... I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like Shadow of Mordor, where you can like go and recruit people, or one of those games.
Oh, nice! They actually bleeped out the language on it.
Okay,
that's
cool.
Solid.
So I think you have to go play a mission when you try to recruit someone. Here's the grandma. So you can recruit this grandma, and you can play as this old grandma lady who's, I guess she's a retired assassin.
Yeah, she totally reminds me of, this is just so Red. You know, the movie Red.
Yeah.
That is so what this is. Just like,
yeah,
you're bringing me out of retirement for this crap.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn, or I will hack your face.
So
yeah, this was a solid trailer. I thought it was really cool with all the customizations, all the different stuff that you can do with the characters.
Yeah.
This is a very intriguing concept, but okay, I will just say one thing, and I will say this once. Wholly anti-Brexit. Oh my gosh. I believe they are so overblowing the issue, and I'm done.
Yeah. The whole thing was like basically Brexit has brought.
This is life after Brexit.
Right.
Really,
right.
guys?
That's basically what it was, which is it's interesting. And we're not going to get into it. All right. Next thing on here, Uplay Plus. We talked about this. You can get every Ubisoft game for $15 a month, and you get the top edition of each game. So that's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a really
it.
huge Ubisoft fan, that'd be great. If you like all of the Assassin's games. Steep is really solid. I love that game.
Yeah, Steep is.
And they got Beyond Good and Evil, which, by the way, no Beyond Good and Evil 2, so they didn't redeem themselves from that horrible thing they did last year to my heart. And I hate you, Ubisoft.
Did they cancel it?
No. They didn't cancel
They
it.
just
Just
didn't
last year,
show.
that trailer pissed me off so bad. I was so mad, I almost flipped my monitor over.
Just because it was so
It was so
crude and
much length. Oh,
yeah.
no. The original Beyond Good and Evil was barely a teen-rated game. It was rated teen for just, your standard kicking violence. Just you kick a guy and it's violence, so it's rated teen.
Right.
But this, took a nice, gentle Zelda game and, turned it into the Boondock Saints. I'm like, what is this? No, this is not what Good and Evil is.
Yeah, it was
Ah!
pretty over the top.
I was so pissed.
Yeah, so that subscription is there. I get the EA one because I can get it for $100 a year, and I otherwise would buy the $100 version of FIFA. So I basically get every other EA game for. So, all right. So done with Ubisoft. Square Enix. I feel like this is going to be a lot of excitement from Farrell.
Yep.
For these. Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you can just go ahead and talk about all the Final Fantasy remakes and remasters that they talked about.
Yes, okay. So Final Fantasy VIII, yay. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is actually a really solid GameCube game, which is really nice because now you don't have to have 4 GameCubes, 4 GameCube links in order to play this thing with 4 of your friends. Yay! Literally what you had to do to play that game for a player.
That's ridiculous.
3 Game Boy and 3 Game Boy.
Did that ever happen?
Don't judge me. So that's all great. The mana collection is solid. This is a very big, huge announcement for Western fans. I know we're playing Final Fantasy VII, but I will quickly go through the mana. So you get Final Fantasy Adventures, which is the original mana. We also got Secret of Mana and Seiken Dentetsu 3, which now I guess we call it Trials of Mana. Nobody knew. First time it's ever been released in the West officially by Square Enix. So that's a huge thing. And then Trials of Mana is actually a remake of that game in the fancy 3D graphics with all the voice acting and all that good stuff. Very solid, made me very happy. I'm a little sad the collection is $40, but I will buy it someday. And then so Final Fantasy VII Remake is what we're watching right now. This is incredibly solid. They said it's going to be on 2 PlayStation 4 discs. Holy crap, how long is this thing?
Is this PlayStation exclusive?
No.
Is it going to be on PC or is it just console?
I believe as of right now it's PS4 and Xbox One. No word on the PC release as of right now. I know it's confirmed. I'm pretty certain it's on Xbox.
Okay. Yeah, because Final Fantasy 15, I think 6 months later it came out on PC.
Right.
So
yeah, and they've been releasing every other Final Fantasy on PC anyway, so
yeah.
But everything that I've seen in this makes it look incredibly solid. The one major thing to note from Final Fantasy VII Remake is they are completely expanding on the original Final Fantasy VII storyline. They're going to add so much more content. This is not just simply,
interesting.
Oh, hey, things look better. No, you are diving way deeper into the story. So this is actually split up into 3 separate episodes. The first one allegedly gets you all the way out of Midgard, which in the original Final Fantasy VII isn't really the end, nowhere near the end of the first disc out of 3. So they are expanding so much more of this universe beyond what's already been done through Final Fantasy Advent Children, Final Fantasy Crisis Core, which is the precursor to Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus, which is the actual kind of a weird offshoot, which isn't necessarily considered canon by some people, but we don't talk about that. But from what I saw in this, the graphics look amazing. The gameplay looks great. It's a massive hybrid, in my opinion, between Kingdom Hearts and classic Final Fantasy active time battle styles. This isn't going to be like Final Fantasy 15. So if you didn't really like Final Fantasy 15, this does not look like that much, other than you're actually running around and doing stuff. Listening to some people who actually played it, they said there's a whole lot of tactical involved in this. So it's not like just running, hacking, and slashing stuff. You're actually looking to stagger people, which is a mechanic introduced in Final Fantasy 13. So you're looking to stagger them, which lowers their defenses, and then you unleash all your massive attacks on it, and elemental weaknesses and materia bindings, and just yay! It's just, this is going to be big. I didn't think I was going to pre-order it until I heard it was going to be 2 discs, because I was planning on waiting until everything is released in this very nice package. But I'm just like, I think I have to pre-order this.
Skeeter Killa says 2 discs. That's some old school stuff. I think any discs is old school stuff.
How big this thing is going to be.
Using discs at all is old school.
Right. I still love my
physical
discs.
copy is old school.
I love my discs. I love physical releases. I love gobbling up. Like, I bought the physical release of Undertale on the PS4. I love my physical stuff so much.
Cool. All right. Yeah, so the combat looks really interesting. So it kind of reminds me of like your typical action game combined with like what's it called in Fallout, where you can like go in slow motion and target things. So it kind of reminds me of that, but you have your different abilities, kind of like you had in the turn-based Final Fantasy games, where you go and select the ability and.
Well, the way they described it is where you have the action stuff, and that builds up a bar. Once you hit that bar, you go into the slow-mo mode that you're seeing right now, and then you're able to actually plan out your attacks and select who you want. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a break. So this is kind of a hybrid system between the active time battles of yesteryear, which a lot of people who are new to the series really don't like for whatever reason. ATB is fantastic. And the new school, more hacky slashy Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15-esque kind of stuff. And Barrett looks just awesome with his machine gun arm. Where does he keep the bullets? I still don't know.
Irrelevant.
And Tifa's awesome. Enough said.
Cool. All right. What else do we have? Oh, there was this Marvel Avengers game that they announced, and
I've listened to a couple people that actually went to the booth and looked at it, and they were not amused.
I don't know how this is going to be good.
It's just not.
It looks bad. I think it was. They made a clear decision to not try to make them look like the movie Avengers, probably because they couldn't get those actors as voice actors. But they could at least have made it look good, which they didn't do. So it looks pretty bad.
Weird.
And the gameplay doesn't look good.
Well, the way I was listening to Outside Xbox or Xbox Extra, I don't know, one of the YouTube channels, they were talking about it, and they're just like, it's just a bunch of the same moves.
Yeah.
And everyone's got a punchy move, a kicky move, and then they have like their little special thing. And then one of the guys was like, it has like Hulk like grabbing people and slamming them together like freaking Kratos.
I'll just play Lego Avengers.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with this. I mean, this just seems like the game that I think more people were asking for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 than this.
Yeah.
I know people are asking for an Avengers game, but they weren't asking for that.
Right.
Not at all.
Okay, moving on. Farrell, did you have Dragon Quest Builders 2 on your list?
It exists. I'm not a Minecraft Dragon Quest Builders guy at all. So
I could touch on this a little bit.
Okay.
Take it.
Talk about
it looks like they essentially built a Diablo game in Minecraft story mode.
Oh, that's a different game.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. No. This is Dragon Quest Builders.
Oh, sorry. I'm game titles. I'm bad at this. So, yeah, Minecraft style games.
You can talk about that game. You can talk about what was it called? Minecraft?
It's a new
Minecraft Dungeons?
Minecraft Dungeons. Yeah, it looks like Diablo in Minecraft.
It's Diablo in Minecraft, and which is wonderful because the Diablo franchise isn't really geared to be family friendly.
Yeah.
And I've always loved the Diablo franchise because I love Gauntlet. and the Gauntlet franchise was what I grew up on, like going to the skating rink and playing on the arcade box setup and
I like
kicking my brother's butt. But that was it brings me back to that, and I have always loved Minecraft because I have a weird urge to build and destroy things all the time, as a bunch of us gamers do. So the Minecraft Dungeons is essentially, it's designed to look more like Minecraft story mode than the actual Minecraft game does, which is understandable because it's easier to do cinematic screenshots and things like that for the game's development. And lots of really cool combinations and different characters you can play as, and it's got a very old school Dungeons and Dragons feel to the characters too. So I'm really excited about that one, and I am kind of nerding out and waiting to pre-order it as soon as it's available.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid, but just to your point, Malls, Torchlight is a very good Diablo clone, which is very family.
We'll have to check it out.
Torchlight 2, I think Torchlight 2 is out, or it's in beta or something like that. But I know Dr. Tech and a bunch of other guys are big into it.
Nice. All right, so moving on to Nintendo, there's a lot of stuff from Nintendo. First on the list is Luigi's Mansion 3. I loved Luigi's Mansion back on the GameCube. I never played 2. Was that on the Wii U?
No, it was on 3DS, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or
that's why I didn't play it. It was on a Nintendo console that I didn't own. So, if I get a Switch, this will go on my list of games to play, which is getting pretty long. Almost long enough for me to get a Switch. So, it looks fun. Luigi's Mansion is good times.
This looks like something I could definitely play with my 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah, and there's co-op.
Right.
So there's Gooigi.
I think like 8-player co-op.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying.
Is online co-op or local?
Probably online.
I think online, but I mean, some games have had 8-player local co-op. So
yeah, the new Mario Party. If you have 2 Switches, you can do local co-op and actually use the Switches as controllers for some of the mini games. Anyway,
right?
It's
I think Smash Brothers Wii U had 8-player.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, not knowing anything about this game, I mean, I know it exists, but I've never played them. It actually looks like a lot of fun and just a lot of just silly stuff.
Yeah.
The question is, though, how much is it going to be with jump scares? I mean, jump scares.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some. Generally the ghosts are, like, not super scary. They're like Casper.
It's more just the surprise factor, not the scare factor.
Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah,
that would be the only thing.
In the first one, there were definitely some jump scares, but it's not that freaky. But
yeah,
for playing with a 5-year-old, you'd want to play it first.
Yeah, people who were playing this said they really loved playing with the Gooigi.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Luigi's Mansion, Skeeter. I remember my little sister back on the GameCube was too scared to play like the end part of Luigi's Mansion, and she made me beat it for her. But yeah, it was fun though. All right, so next they showed a little bit of Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Solid.
What's the release date on those? Do we know?
November?
Okay, holiday.
Yeah, I want to say November.
Too many games. Too many games in the fall. So many.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to this again. One of my list of when I get a Switch, I'll get. I've been wanting like an open world 3D Pokemon game like this. I think looks really cool.
Oh yeah, no, the entire fan base has been wanting this for a very, very long time. I'm definitely going to pre-order this one.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like a diehard. I'm only gonna do sword and forget all your shield people. Meh. No, I'm just like I just want to buy sword because I like sharp, pointy things. I don't know.
Yeah, what's not to like?
If you pre-order, it might come with a sword.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So they're showing
But yeah,
gameplay in
the
a
whole
gym.
making your Pokemon huge thing. Oh my gosh, that is so hilarious. If you look up some Twitter posts, they had fun with that one.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, they had fun with it.
This part here where they like just get ginormous.
Yeah, they shake the Pokeball and apparently it makes the Pokemon ginormous.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that is pretty solid. And who was it? Someone posted one of the battle themes. I think it was Jeff Dev. He posted the battle theme and I'm just like, 90s rave, man. I'm like, dude, this is totally my jam, man. Totally.
All right. So next, Breath of the Wild 2 or
Solid.
sequel or whatever. This was basically just announcing that it's a thing and they're working on it. We didn't see very much, but that's cool. Obviously, they're gonna do another one because Breath of the Wild did really well and basically is a large part of the success of the Switch. So, yeah, exactly.
No, I like what I see here. I want more Zelda. Zelda on the Switch version has definitely been my favorite Zelda thus far by a long shot. Their decision to actually give her a voice actress was solid, and they really picked a good person. I should know her name, but I don't. But whoever you are, you did a great job. I love you. And having with this, I hope to see more of her. I hope to have not breaking weapons. That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Please make that happen. I'm tired of breaking weapons all the time. Definitely new beasts of burden to ride on. That's pretty sweet. And it's just interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. All right, so next, Cadence of Hyrule.
This looks
Either
cool.
of you want to talk about this? I never played Crypt of the Necrodancer, but this is the same devs.
Yes. Malls, do you know this, or do you want me to take it?
I'll let you take this one.
Okay. So I have played a little bit of Crypt of the Necrodancer. I am not very good at it at all. I haven't even completed one full dungeon yet.
So how does this work?
So how it works is you have a little meter at the bottom with these little things ticking in. Kind of think like DDR or other rhythm games. So that is to the beat of the music on the map. And as you switch maps, you actually have different songs that you have to keep the beat to. Now, there is an easy mode that completely disregards the beat, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you stick within the beat on normal mode, you get like bonus attacks, and if you don't, you actually lose attack power, and the game becomes infinitely harder. From everyone who's been playing this so far, they said it's a whole lot more forgiving than Necrodancer, because Necrodancer, that is one freaking tough game. But in Necrodancer, you're supposed to die a lot until you figure it all out, and then you finally get powerful, and you just like become a god at it or something like that.
Gotcha.
But this game, it just looks so much fun. I'm definitely gonna pick this up soon, not right now. But everyone, I know Artemis right now is playing it. I'm pretty certain Jeff Dev is playing it. They love what they see so far.
Nice. So it's out?
Yes, it is out. Came out yesterday.
Oh, cool. All right. So next, Daemon Ex Machina.
Boy.
I don't know anything about this.
I love this. I have always been a mecha fanboy. I played this demo late last year, I think. So this is pretty much like, I've never played this series, but I've heard it's like Armored Core. For me personally, it's
Okay.
like Virtual Lawn back in the arcades. A twin stick mecha shooter. It was just, it's so much fun to play in the arcades. But this totally reminds me of that. You're gliding around in this big gigantic mech, just surfing on the sand. You launch up in the air, launch a huge salvo of stuff. You got to worry about overheating, and
Yeah.
it seems like it's a legitimate story, kind of a post-apocalyptic kind of a world. Lots of mech building. You beat up enemies, take their parts, make your mech awesomer and cooler. You can even pop out of your mech during missions. I mean, overall, it just looks awesome, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So I think the demo should still be out there for the Switch. So just look it up on the Nintendo Store and try it out. It's just a ton of fun, and the music is like totally awesome metal, techno metal. So it's a banging soundtrack. I love it.
All right, Link's Awakening.
I actually still have my cartridge of that sitting back there, sitting over there somewhere.
What was this? Super Nintendo?
No, Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Yep. They actually re-released it on Game Boy Color as well. You had 5 colors on Game Boy Color instead of the gray and less gray. So, do you want me to take this one too? I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm a big fan of the original, but I don't have the consoles that it'll be coming out on unless it's coming out on Switch. Or not.
It's coming out on Switch.
Okay, then I am excited about it, but I still haven't paid much attention to it, so it's all you.
Okay, so pretty much a big remake of the Game Boy version of Zelda, often regarded as one of the better, just kind of the better old school versions. It's really, just a revamped, reskinned, new soundtracks and stuff like that. The original game was a ton of fun to play. I'm trying to remember when I played this. I mean, I was in high school, so this is like late 90s when I actually played this on the Game Boy. But you're on an island. You got to figure out why this stupid egg is on a tower. Link's trying to get home, so you got to collect the stuff and wake the egg to summon the bird that takes you home. So, yep, pretty sweet. Oh, and this dungeon maker looks awesome. This thing looks fantastic. I can't wait to play around with the dungeons because this just looks dang good. Yeah, I don't know if they officially stated that you're able to share these things with your friends or not. Or yeah, I figure you have to, at least with your friends. I don't know if there's going to be a big repository like Mario Maker or something like that, but that would be wicked sweet if that actually existed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I didn't realize that was for the Switch. I do apologize.
No, it's fine.
They're swimming in it. I'm happy. Okay, for full disclosure, I swam for BYU. So that's why I love swimming. I know they did, but I can't remember if they are legitimately doing that or not.
Yep.
Oh,
it looks like
don't worry.
Summer
I
Olympics
said
will
nothing
have surfing.
important.
Awesome.
There you
Kelly Slater, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say anything important. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, bro. I got my board back there in the corner. You see it.
I was just asking if they had added surfing to the Olympics because they showed them surfing, and I figured they must have.
Yeah, Malls confirmed it.
Cool. Next, No More Heroes 3.
This looks like fun.
So
I haven't played a single game in this franchise, but they just look a lot of fun.
Like things are gonna get weird today.
So it follows this really snarky guy. It's kind of like Nintendo Wii's version of Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, he's but this one's kind of interesting where he goes all like Gundam, One Punch Man kind of deals on everyone. But the series has been received with mixed reviews, depending on which version you play. I heard the first one actually fared better in the reviews more than the second one. So it'll be interesting to see how the third one does. Travis is just awesome. He just, I love his candor. I mean, your save screen is him going to the toilet. I mean, come on. This is what we're dealing with in this kind of a game. He's kind of like a kinder, gentler Deadpool. And you get like a freaking lightsaber that you just slap everybody with. It's just
Lightsaber katana.
pretty much, yeah. No, it looks like a solid series. Don't play the one that came out on the Switch earlier. There was another No More Heroes game that came out. Don't play that. I heard it was garbage.
All right.
Yeah, I've heard that it's a ridiculous, silly good time.
Yeah, pretty much.
It looks like it. Okay. Astral Chain.
This looks solid. I want
Paladins of Voltron, Final Fantasy World, Police Corps with kitties.
Yeah, pretty much. You want to take this one, Malls?
I don't know a lot about the storyline or anything. I literally found out about this game because r/Girl Gamers was talking about the most important aspect of the game. There are cats. They're cute. But I think that the gameplay style looks really, really good. It reminds me a lot of some recent Cyberpunk games that have come out on Xbox One in the past 3 years or so, and it looks like just a really good pushing the edges Final Fantasy style kind of fighting game, except without the turn-based combat.
Well, this is made by Platinum Games, the same guys that did Bayonetta and Nier Automata.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you're seeing all of the very fast style, hacky slashy kind of gameplay, because Platinum Games is kind of known for that.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was Platinum. That's cool.
Yep. They show it right. They show it at the very, very end of the trailer.
Okay.
So for that reason alone, I am interested in this game because I like Platinum Games because Nier Automata.
If nothing else, it sounds like it'll have another good soundtrack. I love the Nier Automata soundtrack.
Yep.
So good.
And I really, really like the cell shading art style. This just looks fantastic. It's going to look great.
It just looks like a good time. I'm gonna play the heck out of this game.
You're a little quiet again, Malice.
Oh, I'm gonna backseat game while Dutch plays this game too. So
nice.
I'm very excited.
Nice. All right. And then we saw this one was kind of weird.
This was completely out of left field.
So
I was just like, is this the Labyrinth? And then Nock was like, no, it's Dark Crystal, you idiot. How do you not know this? I'm like, I've never seen Dark Crystal, but I've seen the Labyrinth like 100 times.
Yeah. So my wife made me watch Dark Crystal somewhat recently, and it's really weird. And
it's solid. It's that solid.
Netflix is making a game about it, I guess. That's like
Netflix
a strategy
is making
game.
A series.
Yeah,
but
they're making a series and they've given their rights to the game. It's kind of like what's that 80s with the kids?
Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's like Stranger Things. So they're kind of lending their license to it.
So who's developing this? Do we know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Because I thought Netflix had like created their own game studio. Hold on.
I can't remember if they did or not. But this game is totally
XP
like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Is it one of these?
Yeah, Bonus XP or what's that other one?
Bonus XP Inc. and Mass Entertainment. So maybe one of those. I haven't heard of either of those. So.
No, I know these guys seem pretty small timing. But this game actually looks pretty good. It's definitely tactical RPG in the vein of Final Fantasy Tactics or Ogre Battle, or games like that. It looks pretty solid. Not gonna say it's gonna be the best looking one I've ever seen, Definitely, the Fire Emblem series looks a heck of a lot better than this does.
It's just kind of bizarre. Like, who was asking for a Dark Crystal game, you know?
I don't know, but it exists. So if anything, I'm gonna get it at MST3 the crap out of it. It is going to be a good time.
Apparently, there's a really solid following in the board game community for the really old board game that came out with the original movies.
Oh.
That would make sense. The D&D types, yeah.
Yeah, so since Nintendo likes to capitalize a lot on the board game variety going digital, I think this just made sense to collaborate with Netflix and get this done. So I think it'll be neat.
That's solid.
All right. Next we've got Monster Hunter World Iceborne.
Ooh.
I didn't see like a trailer for this, but I did find some gameplay here. Do you want to talk about what this update is?
Yeah, so this is a huge update to the Monster Hunter World franchise. Capcom has been super cool with Monster Hunter. I just got into it with World. Knock and a couple other guys, and Operator, they've been playing this for a freaking long time. They can tell you a heck of a lot more about this than I can. But
that looks tasty.
I've been playing. They eat ridiculous amounts of food in this game. It is hilarious. But I've been playing this ever since it launched on PS4. I've enjoyed it a lot. So with this update, we're getting a brand new world, a brand new town. This is a completely big, gigantic snow area. I've heard it's twice as big as the largest area that they currently have in the game. Each new weapon, I think there's 8 to 9 different weapons. So each weapon is getting a brand new move. There's going to be a ton of new weapons, at least 3 to 5 new massive monsters to hunt, alongside some smaller monsters as well. Lots of new gear to craft. And there's a couple new mechanics using your grappling hook. Typically in the past, you've been use it to traverse vertical surfaces very quickly. If you actually mount a monster and start wailing on it, he bucks you off. You grapple back onto the monster. But it seems like you're going to be able to just run up and just go.
Are they riding a skunk?
I think those are badgers.
I don't know what those are called, but that is also brand new in this edition. Being able to actually mount smaller monsters and ride them like donkeys and whatever.
Mushroom.
So that's a brand new feature as well. So this is going to be the largest update they've ever done for this game so far. It's actually going to be a paid DLC.
Okay.
Most of Monster Hunter's updates and all of their special events and stuff have all been free. But this is large enough to actually warrant, and they've been introducing new monsters and stuff all the time into the places they already have. But I think with this massive new world that they're throwing in, with a new town, with a big slew of new monsters, plus new moves and everything, they're like, sorry guys, got to get you to pay for this. I think it's going to be in the 15 to 20 range, but if you're a big Monster Hunter fan, totally worth it to get it.
Nice. All right, next is Grandia HD Collection.
Yep.
I'm
sorry. I love JRPGs. I know a lot about.
I didn't see this. Was this in any of the press conferences, or were they just showing this off on the E3 floor?
This was under Squeenix's conference.
Squeenix. Okay.
Oh, Square Enix, because Square Enix used to be Squaresoft, but then they merged with Enix, so then now we got Squeenix.
Gotcha. Yes.
Which matches our Phoenix. So.
Right. The Squeenix is not Phoenix because the Phoenix is the Phoenix.
So I don't know if this is actually the HD thing. This looks like the old game. I
don't know. That is definitely not the HD. Oh no! Wait, no. That's some gameplay. That's some gameplay from it says E3 2019 gameplay. Actually, no, that doesn't look right at all.
I know.
Yeah, no,
I couldn't find this anywhere. I was looking for it, and I'm like, maybe this is
anyway,
it.
Here's
can just talk about it
on Grandia. This is a very long-standing JRPG series. This goes back to at least the Super Nintendo era. Most of these games have not been released in the West, so the fact that they're actually doing these and releasing it to the West is huge. Lots of people love the PlayStation 2 iterations because that's the ones that we know. So the fact that they're doing this is just fantastic. I love seeing all these old games, and I really hope to see this in the future. And by the way, since we're on this, also Phantasy Star Online 2 is coming to the West, which I did confirm it's going to be on the PC so I could play it. Apparently, they're also talking about putting it on the Switch as well. It's a free-to-play MMORG. Phantasy Star goes all the way back to the Sega Genesis era. Very, very old game franchise. They made Phantasy Star Online, which was back in the GameCube era, which you actually could buy a Ethernet adapter and slap it to the back of your GameCube so you could go online and play Phantasy Star Online with your friends. So Phantasy Star Online 2 came out about 7 years ago. Now they're finally porting it over to the West, so all the Weebos are celebrating.
Cool. And then we've got Elden Ring, a late addition to the list.
Premiere.
I added that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure why it wasn't on the list because it's one of the ones I'm the most excited about.
Well, tell us about it.
Elden Ring is basically from the brainchild of George R.R. Martin and the likes fantasy realms that they create. It's a very vivid, almost Warhammer-like game with some wonderful combat techniques being described in the E3 conference. They don't have any gameplay from the trailer. It's all just cinematic right now, but it's looking like something that fantasy PvP players, fantasy strategy players are going to really, really love. So I'm excited about it. The trailer starts out a little morbid, but it's mostly just really epic art going on.
Right.
And it's lots of myth.
So it's from Software. Do we know if it's going to be
Dark Souls?
Do we know if it's going to be similar in terms of gameplay to Dark Souls?
Yes, they said it should be more similar to Dark Souls than what was the recent
Bloodborne.
Samurai.
No.
Sekiro.
Sekiro.
Yeah, it's more similar to Dark Souls than Sekiro or Bloodborne.
Gotcha.
That's all.
So, but the art looks fantastic, and I'm excited.
It does
to see
look really cool.
what it has to offer.
And I can guarantee you this is going to be rated.
Rated M.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can turn on pinata effects.
Yeah, just get it on
Give her-
PC and Mod
give her
Thomas
girl
and
some
tank
hope.
into it. That's what everyone seems to do.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Cool. All right, chat. What did we miss? What games are you guys excited about from E3 that we didn't talk about, or what games did we talk about that you're the most excited for?
All I gotta say is I just put a big list at work, and you actually covered everything on my list.
I know. I specifically added everything that was on your list to my list, to the show notes. And then I went through each E3 press conference and looked at every single game, and then added the ones that I was
Archbrave
interested
wants
in.
Borderlands.
Okay, yeah. So we did talk a little bit about Borderlands. That'll be cool. Like I said, I've played a little bit of it by myself and was like, this would be way more fun if I had people to play with. But I should give it another shot with some LDSG peeps.
Yeah, if you want in on Borderlands 2 on PC, hit up the Borderlanditos.
Songs of Conquest. I don't know if we talked about that one. What is
No, we
Songs of
didn't.
Conquest?
We did not
wasn't
talk
that one
about
of
it.
the indies? Wasn't that one of the indie ones? I think that was on the indie conference.
Inspired by Heroes of Might and Magic and Total War.
Right. Yes. That was one of the ones in the kind of the indie PC conference. That one looked interesting. You know what? I didn't look at that indie list that well.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about this game.
No, this one looks pretty cool. I actually watched this conference. So they said that this is a legitimate kind of a spiritual successor to Might and Magic series back in the day. So it's more of a turn-based tactical RPG kind of a deal. So it's kind of 8-bit, glorified 8-bit graphics, stuff like that. So that looks pretty solid.
Huh.
Yeah, turn-based strategy. That's it. So it's going to be in the vein of like Civilization and stuff like that.
Ah.
Oh yeah, Terraria update. I'm not into that game, but I know there's a lot of people who are.
Yeah.
The LDSG community is gonna like disappear from Discord for a while while they're all submerged in Terraria.
Right.
It's gonna be great.
And
Maybe
Mandolin's leading the charge.
Yeah.
Youth will calm down for a whole week. It'll be great.
Yeah, fat chance on that, ma'am.
That does look cool.
It's gonna be a good game.
All right. What else have we missed? What else have we missed, guys?
We talked about everything I'm excited about, so what else matters?
There were so many good announcements, though. I know
There
that we
were
missed some.
Yeah, I'm sure we missed some, and people will let us know about it.
Well, I think for me personally, overall, just kind of the general conferences that I co-streamed on my channel, Microsoft had the best vision, hands down. Their whole message of, we want to bring games that you want to play wherever you want to play. That was a solid message. I like that.
Yep.
Ubisoft summed up was food, food, blood, blood, blur, splurty, splurty, food, 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 blood, blood. Food.
Yeah.
Now's it. And then E3 or EA, didn't even watch that, didn't really care.
You didn't miss much, I promise.
Yes, Square Enix was like, hey, here's Final Fantasy VII and some other really cool ones that aren't Final Fantasy VII. And hey, Final Fantasy VIII Remake for you weirdos that actually want it. And then Nintendo was like, hey, here's half the games we've already announced before in previous Nintendo Directs. And here's a little more information. And Animal Crossing! I don't really care about Animal Crossing. I just figured
I wanted to see Metroid Prime 2 or the new Metroid Prime
4?
Yeah, 4. Yeah, because they announced
it. Not happening.
Didn't they announce it like 2 years ago, and then we haven't seen anything since?
We have seen something since, and this is actually kind of funny since you don't know this. They literally came out and said, we done goofed, everything sucked, so we're just scrapping the whole thing. We're kicking those idiots out of the building, and we're gonna bring Retro Studios back in that actually did a good job, and we're gonna start all over again. So that was like last year. So we're not going to hear anything for a little while. But hey, you know what? Kudos to Nintendo for not releasing a crappy game. They were just like,
that's good.
No, this sucks. We're scrapping it. Screw you guys. You're going home. We're going to start over. So that's what's going on with that.
I have a thing from the EA conference that was tagged on at the end. That was very important and didn't get the attention it deserved.
Sims?
It's the Sims Island Living expansion coming out in 7 days. And I am so excited to start streaming with some new build materials, some new Sims builds. So I am a hardcore simmer and have been my whole life, and people can judge me for that. That's fine. I identify as a sim. So
Momatswana?
This is my Sims.
Wabadee wabadoo.
I haven't played Sims since.
Wait, what does that one mean?
I think it was the first expansion of The Sims 2. Way back in the day on my HP Pavilion. That is the last time I touched a Sims.
I am so mad they got rid of The Sims Online before I was old enough to play it. It would be the best game ever right now. Just a world sim that you just get into online and play. I don't think they have that. That's not like Hotel Penguin or whatever it is. So
yeah, we used to trap people in 1x1 version and watch them piss themselves.
Oh yeah, wabadee.
We were
wabadee badoo is what they say when they're on fire. Wabadee badoo.
Like I know some simmers who were so hardcore they said their wedding vows to each other in Simish.
In Simish.
So,
that's sad.
Yeah, I'm not that far.
Do you call your dog a woofum?
Good night, Skeeter.
Do you call your dog a woofum?
No, but what was funny though was I laughed so hard when they talked about the Animal Crossing, because I will openly admit like soccer, Animal Crossing exists. A lot of people love it. They want more of it. I will never understand them, and I'm okay with that. But it's a thing. It happened, so we kind of need to talk about it. So Animal Crossing on the Switch is being delayed until next year. So
Did they push it back to March, was it?
Yeah, I think so. So apparently the story is you're on an island. That freaking raccoon somehow swam over to this island and is totally bilking you out of all of your whatever the flip currency they have. They had bells and I have played Animal Crossing. It was on my buddy's GameCube up in Utah for like 3 hours, and I'm running around doing these odd jobs, and I'm like, there are so many better things I could be doing with my life than this game. But there is a massive following. I mean, the Nintendo was freaking the crowd. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about the new Smash characters.
Do we need to? There's new Smash characters.
Yes, we got the Dragon's Quest Heroes, which is fantastic. Oh, by the way, Dragon's Quest 11 is coming out on the Switch, and I probably will buy that version just because I want that. And Banjo-Kazooie, which is awesome because that means Rare is now talking with Nintendo again so they can repent for their sins of what they did to their characters on the Xbox. They did a really bad job with all of their IPs on the Xbox. There is not a single game that I know of that they actually did a good job with because they screwed up Perfect Dark, they screwed up Banjo, they screwed up Killer Instinct, they messed all of them up. So I want them to return to Nintendo. Return to your former glory, please. I beg of you. I want more Orchid.
I mean... I really like Sea of Thieves, so I'm going to try not to take everything you just said really personally.
Oh, wait. Sea of Thieves was made by Rare? I didn't know that. Okay. Sorry, I did not know Sea of Thieves was made by Rare. That actually looks like a really solid game. It looks like a lot of fun. But I did not know that was made by Rare, so I do apologize.
That's fine. Yes. I know, I'm really excited. I have a figurehead on my ship that is Banjo and Kazooie inspired, so...
Oh, that's awesome.
Very excited about it.
Well, they also had a free... Halo ship set.
I know, I got it.
If you log in, you have to log in by tomorrow, I think, to get that. So if you have Sea of Thieves, get in the game and you'll get it.
And it ends tomorrow night at midnight, but in Britain. So get on first thing in the morning if you're getting on tomorrow.
That's like 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. here.
Yeah. But yeah, the new characters in Smash look really, really cool. I was very surprised when they got Joker from Persona 5, which is like, if you don't know, I love me the Persona series. So having Joker from Persona 5 in there with all the stages, all the music, I just loved it to death. So the Dragon's Quest is really cool because it's the heroes, I think, from Dragon's Quest 8 until 11. They're all making, they're all the different skins of the character, and it looks like they're actually doing some sort of a JRPG menuing for the characters, so that's pretty solid. And then Banjo-Kazooie, I love Banjo-Kazooie. I played both of those games on the N64, and I love them to death. So the fact that, we now have Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch for this, it's just awesome. Oh, and in other news, speaking of Dragon's Quest, apparently you can buy a Switch Pro controller that looks like a blue slime. And I want it. It's a slime, and on the bottom of it, it actually has the Pro controller on it. So you flip the slime over and you play it. And it's awesome. It's like
that's weird.
As soon as you get it, you have to post it in the Discord server because I want to see.
I'm afraid it's going to be like $100. And I don't know if I want to throw down on that. I want it, though, very badly. But actually, there was a fair amount of undue ire for the Dragon's Quest hero, because they're like, oh, it's just another sword and shield guy. No, there's a lot of magic that's being cast with him, which looks wicked awesome. And I really like the segue from introducing the character in Smash and then going straight into Dragon's Quest 11.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is solid. I'm digging this. I want to play this game so badly.
What is going on? Nightbot's just spamming all our commands right now.
Consider donating. Join our Discord. LDS Gamers is an official Humble Bundle partner.
Which
Guys,
right now I'm pretty
donate to
sure
our
that
community.
link doesn't take you to anything.
The
It takes
Feral
you to
streams
an
on
expired
here.
bundle.
The Feral Streams is streaming tonight. Go check out his channel. He is awesome. Blah 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 blah. Right.
There we go. All right. Well, unless anybody else has games they want us to talk about, I think that's it. That wasn't too bad. That was under
Those are the
2
best
hours.
lives. Aren't they awesome? Now
Hmm.
imagine that with a Pro Controller underneath its butt. That's fantastic.
I'd rather not, but okay.
Oof, didn't know we were going there tonight. All
We're
right.
always going there with butt jokes around me, ma'am.
All right, and
Oh,
the feral will never be on
Oh,
another
my.
LDSG podcast.
Oh, come on.
Just
You know
kidding.
you lo-
Just kidding. No, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're an all-star. Get your
Thank you,
game
everyone.
Hey
on.
now, go
Go
play.
play. Hey now.
Sorry for the
Save that for Twitch
all-star
Sings.
memes in Twitch Sings. I've had a few people stumble onto my flannel shirt series, not knowing what they were getting into, and
Oh boy.
one of whom was a German streamer who didn't even know what all-star is, and so
Those
she
are
was really
hilarious.
confused. And then the other people either just get really mad and start cussing me out, or they absolutely lose it and just bust into laughter and can't sing. So it's been fun watching those.
Oh, that's
duets.
great. No,
All
I
right.
did the Night of the Roxbury's What is Love with some dude that's like Dutch or something. He's like, "What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Do not
Don't
hurt me.
hurt me no more." I'm like, don't kill me.
Bling, I
Yeah.
still want you to do the hello song on your open mic.
Which hello song?
The hello, hello, hello.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Okay, we're gonna do that. Yeah, anyone who's watching, I'm gonna record an open mic on Twitch Sings of the primary hello song, and then we're gonna ask people to go and record the other half, and we're gonna put a mishmash together of all these different ones and post it whenever people join the server.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be cool.
It should be the new intro to the podcast too.
Oh, that would be demonic.
Hello, hello.
We're not gonna do that.
It could be pretty cool. You never know.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Malice and Farrell, for joining me tonight.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this. I am quite frankly honored that you would choose me.
Oh, we're trying to get a more diverse cast on the podcast. We're having it more frequently now. So we're trying to get this on a regular schedule, and thank you for joining us. We'd love to have you again sometime.
Not a problem. Just let me know. I got to clear it with the wife first.
All right. We'll try to give you some advance notice. All right. And thanks everybody in chat. Have a great night, everyone.
I tip my
Good
hat
night,
to you
Isaiah
all.
Norris, wherever you are.
Bye.
Shout out to Isaiah Norris
Bye.
every time I stream. Love you, man.